So lots of people have been asking me how to become a data engineer. They are asking what they need to know to at least land a data engineer role in 2024. So I've decided to come up with this video. So I'm assuming you don't have a programming experience and would like to switch to data engineering role in 2024, or at least to start a career in data engineering. Today, I would like to share with you a roadmap or a guide to becoming a data engineer in 2024. However, take note, guys, you do not have to know everything before you start applying for data engineering role. Okay, so just take a look at the guide, okay, or the roadmap, and start working your way down. And as you do that, start applying for data engineering roles so that you can start testing out your skills during the interview process, and you might be fortunate to land yourself a data engineering role. Take note, you do not have to know everything in the roadmap, in the guide, before you start applying for data engineering roles. Okay, now let's get started. Let's take a look at the complete roadmap. So guys, this is a complete roadmap that I've put together, okay? And take note, I will continue to update this document right here, okay? So if you want access to this document, click on the link below and request for access, okay, to this document. So I'm going to be giving you a viewer access to this document. So click on the link below to request for access, okay? So I'm having right here that a complete roadmap on how to become a data engineer in 2024. At least, like I said, a junior data engineer, okay? So the first thing you really want to learn is SQL, okay? SQL. So you can just spend maybe 1 month right here to quickly understand the basics of SQL. At this point, you may not go deeper yet, okay? That's fine. Just learn the fundamentals first. Quickly know how SQL works. What is SQL about? And then start learning how you can write simple and complex queries. Okay? Do hands-on practice on LeetCode and on Strata Scratch. Okay? Go on LeetCode, go on Strata Scratch, or go on HackerRank. Okay? And practice as many questions as possible as you continue to learn SQL. Okay, if you go on this link, I have put together some videos right here. I've put together a playlist that you can go through. You can see right here on this right hand side, I have a couple of videos right here. You see, I started from the beginning talking about databases. What is data? What is database? You see, what is data? What is databases? And then I work my way down. I explain how you can download and install Postgres and pgadmin, and then all the way down. You can start right here, okay? And of course, there are so many other courses online which you can also learn, okay? Also, I organize boot camps, okay? So be on the watch out. Like right now, I'm currently in a January Postgres boot camp right now that started January 27th, 2024. And we're also going to be having another bootcamp very soon. So be on the lookout for that. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get those information whenever I send them out. Okay. And again, there are still so many other websites or YouTube channel that you can also learn SQL from. Okay. And take note, like I said, I'm going to be updating this document as I get more information for you guys. I'm going to be putting some other links right there. And then after SQL, you want to learn Python. Okay, you can spend 1 to 1.5 months right here also to quickly understand the basics of Python. You want to start learning the data structures in Python, such as lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries. Let me make this bigger so that you guys can be able to see it very well. I think this should be good. This should be good. Very good. So you want to start learning the user-defined functions. How do you perform exception handling, right? The try except. You want to start learning all of that. And then you want to get to pandas, whereby you are using pandas to manipulate your data. You want to start learning NumPy. You want to start learning Matplotlib for visualization or Seaborn. You can maybe just start with one of these, okay? And then you want to start doing some simple projects to start getting your hands dirty, okay? Okay, so you want to start learning the OOP concepts, that object-oriented programming concept in Python, okay? And then ensure that you do some project using classes, okay, using the OOP concept so that you can get a good hang of it, okay? Again, also you can do project to use Python to transform data, and that's where you begin to use pandas, okay? So go ahead and start doing some practice also on Lit code, so that, or Strata Scratch, or even Akarank, to start using that to check yourself as you are learning all these different concepts right here. And this is a good link for you right here. This is a very good playlist by this guy Krishnai. In fact, I've learned a lot from this guy. This guy is amazing. You can see he has put a lot of he has a lot of videos right here in his playlist. You can see, let's see how many videos he has. 58 videos right here in this playlist. So this will quickly get you going in the area of Python, right? He has taken his time to explain a lot of stuff. Even I have gone through this playlist in the past, okay? This guy is amazing. So you want to check this guy out, okay? Again, like I said, I'll keep updating this document with more other people, okay, that have also done amazing work in creating Python playlists. So you can just choose whoever style that you like is or are teaching, okay? And then you can begin to learn data structures and algorithms, such as this list below, okay? You want to start learning big O notation. You want to make sure that you can solve questions on arrays, linked list, stack, queue, and the rest. And this is because, you know, when you start applying for jobs, there are some companies that would ask you data structures and algorithm questions during interviews, okay? And usually you see those questions being, you know, being brought out from Lit code or Strata Scratch or Akarank. So you want to make sure that you get used to this type of algorithms, you know, how to solve this type of questions. Again, it's not all company though that does that. Again, it depends on, you know, your location. Are you in Canada? Are you in the United States? Are you based in India or Nigeria? You know, different companies have different ways by which they interview folks. I've heard about different folks that they were never interviewed on this type of data structures and algorithms, you know, writing Lit code kind of coder interviews. What the question was mainly about was SQL and Python. Basically, how do you wrangle data? How do you use pandas? And also they have asked them the ETL process, which I'm going to be talking about shortly. They want to know what tools can they use. You know, there are some companies like that, okay? And that's why I say you don't have to know everything in this list that I'm showing you before you start applying for jobs. But all the same, it's a good thing for you to know how all this thing works, okay? So that by the time you are writing your code, you know how to optimize your code, okay? Now, the next thing, you want to start having good understanding of the different data types and their use cases, such as CSV, JSON, Parquet, and the rest of them, okay? And then you want to start getting introduced to data visualizations. And I would say just pick one right here first, okay? In my own case, I think Power BI is pretty easy to start with, and especially also you can easily, you know, download the Power BI desktop. But if you think that Tableau is what, I've heard some people say that Tableau is good for them to start, okay? So, but just pick one of them. Just pick one. You don't have to learn all the data visualizations at the same time. Just pick one. So any skill you gain in one is going to translate into the others, okay? I'm going to also put some links right here eventually for how you can also learn this, okay? So take note, like I said, I'll keep updating this so that you guys can always come in here and check yourself to see which ones you know now, which ones you don't know, which ones you want to upgrade yourself on, okay? Now this is GitHub, okay? You want to start knowing how to use version control. This is very important because when you are in the industry and you are writing your your query or your scripts, and what have you, you are going to be pushing that to your repo. Okay, so depending on whatever version control that your company is using. Okay, if you don't know how to use that, I'll also still put some links right here. Take note, I'll continue to update this. Okay, now you want to start getting fundamentals of Linux. Just learn few commands. You don't have to learn everything at once. Just understand what is Linux and what are the commonly used commands that you pretty much used maybe on a regular basis. Okay, and the reason you want to learn this is that most of the work also you're going to be doing, you're probably going to be doing it in the cloud. It's going to be a machine that mostly they are in Linux. Okay, so take for example, they are going to be in Linux. Okay, take for example, AWS. Maybe your company is using AWS cloud. Okay, and you're going to be writing some commands, okay, on that machine. Okay, on, say for example, EC2, and you guys are using Linux, so you need to know some Linux commands. So this guy right here, if you go to this link, this guy has done amazing job also. In even when I was getting introduced to Linux, I went through also this I also went through this video as well. I also went through this video, 20 basic Linux commands for everyone. So go through this guy, ITK Fonde. This guy has done amazing work right here. Okay, so all you just have to do is take some time, understand what's going on, see the 20 basic commands that are being used. As you can see it right here on the screen, he has done amazing work, guys. So take a look at this video. Okay, if I see some other videos that I've also taken time to explain this, I'll also put it right here for you guys. And then you can begin to learn what is extract, transform, load. You want to start knowing how to extract data from different data sources, then you transform them based on the business need, and then you load them into another database or a data warehouse. Okay, so at this point you want to learn extract, transform, load. Okay, I think this is probably a mistake right here. Let me take this out. Slash orchestrating pipeline. We want to start learning how to perform ETL and then orchestrate that. Okay, so this will start getting you introduced into ETL. Okay, and the orchestration tool, that you can just start with one orchestration tool, just pick one. Okay, there are various ones: Airflow, you have Prefect, you have Mage. Okay, I've created some playlists right here where I showed different ETL processes, and I used Airflow to orchestrate them. So you can start from this. Look at this right here, guys. I have 16 videos right here that have done different ETL processes right here. So you can start from here. And as a matter of fact, I did this also in the cloud, on AWS cloud. So go ahead and start with this. Okay, I also have some other ones right here, in which case I used PySpark right here. You can see I have playlist right here where I've explained all of that. So go ahead to take a look at these videos. You can see this is also an ETL process. This is our source data, and then we are doing extraction and transformation, and then we are loading the data inside Snowflake, and then we are visualizing it. You can see the videos right here. So go ahead to go through this right here, and that is how you begin to learn the ETL process and how to orchestrate the pipeline. Okay, now as you move further, you want to start understanding what normalization is. Okay, look at this guy. This guy also has done amazing work in explaining database normalization in SQL. This guy, Tech TFQ. So please check this guy out. Check this video out. This guy has done amazing project. Okay, so and that's how you can begin to learn all these things. Also, this guy also, ITK Fund right here, you can see data normalization versus denormalization, which is better when. So take a look at this video also, and this is how you can begin to understand all these different concepts that you are going to be needing when you want to go for an interview. Okay, they're going to be asking you these things. And then even when you land the job, it is still the same techniques, the same skills, the same knowledge that you are going to also be using in the job. Okay, even I that I'm already a data engineer, I still go back and I still use all these things, and I still make sure that I keep my skill sharp. Okay, because there are some things that you may have forgotten. You always want to go back and understand them more and more. Learning is continuous, guys. Okay, now at this point we want to start learning data modeling, and in this case we are talking about dimension modeling, snowflake star schema versus snowflake schema. And here you'll be talking about fact tables and dimension tables. Okay, I'll get you guys some links right there where you can start learning this. Okay, hey guys, if you're finding this video valuable, please go ahead right now and subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos. Okay, and also the link to this document is in the description below, so make sure you click that and request for permission to be able to access that, and then I'm going to give you the viewer access so that you can start keeping track of what you need to learn, or the guide for you to become a data engineer in 2024. Okay, very good. And another thing also is you need to understand database, data warehouse, data lakes. Okay, yeah, especially you can start with Snowflake for data warehouse. If you go to this website, you can create an account. Okay, and as a matter of fact, in some of my videos right here where I talked about the ETL process, you can also see there are some videos that I also show. Take for example this video right here. I used Snowflake right here. This video right here, I use Snowflake. Okay, so you can begin to learn. You can begin to learn how Snowflake is being used in a couple of videos. Take for example this one also right here where I automate EMR ETL jobs with Airflow. I also used, let me click on that. I also used Snowflake right there. If I skip this, you can see, let me pause this, you can see I used Snowflake right there. Okay, very good guys. Now again, I'm also going to be putting some more things right here which you need to understand. Okay, and then as we begin to move down, you are going to be when you are getting to the intermediate level, and then it's advisable, even as an entry level also, you can even also pick a cloud service that you want to learn. Okay, is it AWS you want to learn? Is it Azure you like to learn? Or is it GCP you like to learn? For me, I started with AWS. Okay, and AWS has the largest market share. Most companies use that, or you have more companies that uses AWS than Azure and GCP. And for me, I started with AWS. In your case, it might be different. Maybe there are the companies you are really targeting, maybe they use Azure, right? So you can go with Azure. Or maybe some of you, the company you're targeting uses GCP, you can also go ahead to start with that. But just pick one. You do not have to learn everything at once, guys. Pick one first, so that when you pick one and you master it to some extent, if you want to pick the other one, you'll be like, okay, S3 bucket in AWS is what in Azure. Okay, Redshift in AWS is what in Azure. You can be able to compare such just because because you already know AWS, and now you are trying to learn Azure. Okay, very good. And then also now right here, you start learning more about the data processing. Even though, yes, you have learned ETL process in the past, right? But of course, you want to now start being able to differentiate between batch and real-time streaming of pipelines. And at this point, you can start saying, okay, I want to learn PySpark. And in fact, at this point, you may even want to start getting into something like Databricks. Let me put that right here. You want to start getting into something like Databricks. Okay, you want to start building your knowledge in that, and that will make you also to write more PySpark code. Okay, and then you want to also start getting into real-time streaming, where you're going to be learning Kafka. Okay, I'm going to be putting some some links right here also for you to be able to learn all these things. Okay, in place of Kafka, you can also use Kinesis for real-time streaming. This is on AWS. This is an AWS service. Okay, you can start learning that. Okay, another thing you can also learn at this point is Docker. Okay, because in most cases right now, applications are being Dockerized. Okay, now if you want to give yourself a fundamental knowledge of Docker, this person right here is a very good resource. Even I went through it. Okay, even I've gone through this person's video several times. Okay, look at this tech world with Nana. Okay, you can see Docker crash course for absolute beginners. Because you're an absolute beginner, the way she did it, it's amazing. Okay, you would find this, you're going to really be able to understand this. You know, she starts with what and why Docker. Why do you need Docker? Okay, Docker versus virtual machines. What is the difference? How do you install Docker locally on your laptop? Okay, so that you can start practicing stuff. What is the difference between image and containers? A lot of people find this difficult to explain, but she has done a very good job, fantastic job in explaining all of these things. And then she gives you guys different commands, different Docker commands that you can run. I recommend this to you. And as a matter of fact, she also has videos on Kubernetes if you want to start getting into Kubernetes right here. Again, she has done amazing job in all of these things. Okay, I'll recommend okay, to you guys. Okay, and then you can of course start learning VPC, virtual private cloud, and again, like I mentioned, Kubernetes. Okay, so I'm going to be updating this document from time to time, so that at the end of the day we can have a very well robust and structured roadmap for you guys to become a data engineer in 2024. Okay, and even by the time we get to 2025, we will reevaluate everything that we have right here. Okay, maybe some things are not important to be learned anymore in 2025. We will reevaluate it and we will create another one, and that is how you all are going to be learning, or are going to be having the right guide or the right roadmap for you to become a data engineer, or for you to advance your data engineering career, so that you can be learning what is needed in the industry versus learning the unnecessary things. Okay, so a quick note right here for you guys, for you to be able to achieve all these things that we have said right here, or even more. Okay, go ahead to watch this video of mine where I gave tips of how you can become a data engineer in 2024. And this is basically me giving you tips on how you can be successful. Okay, this is not a roadmap, but then some tips that will make you successful in whatever you are trying to do. And right there, I talked about you defining your goals and focusing on them. Okay, you need to define your goals so that you know where you are going to, and be consistent in your learning. Okay, you want to make sure you have continuous learning. You want to make sure you learn each day. Okay, and have a reasonable time frame of achieving these goals. So if you really want to become a data engineer in 2024, so you have to have that plan. You have to stick to it, that yes, I need to become a data engineer this particular year. Okay, and then you work towards that, and do not waste time. Do not waste time. Just keep learning and focus on getting the fundamentals. Okay, do not think you want to get deeper immediately. No, get the fundamentals, get the next thing, and you continue to build up in that case. If you are trying to get deeper immediately, and you might start getting overwhelmed and then start getting discouraged. Okay, but as you continue to learn each day, everything will begin to stick together. Okay, all right guys, again, go and watch this video. So guys, if you are new on this channel, go ahead right now and subscribe to this channel. Click that like button on this video, guys. Right now, click on that like button. As you know, that the more likes we get and the more comments we get, the better the YouTube algorithm is going to favor us. Okay, all right guys, click on the link which I have shared to this documentation and request access so that I can give you access. And like I said, I will keep updating this. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.